10 products that are going up in price right now. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano. If you have to pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now. So it'll be a bit of a lengthy discussion. I'm going to try not to draw it out too much here, guys, because I know you want to get to the 10 things. Most of these have come from you guys, our viewers. A lot of these, a few of them I have noticed myself. I keep those more toward the end of this, but these are 10 items that are going up in price right now. And I gotta say, you know, focusing on all the deals over the July sales and the different food item sales and stuff and the different digital coupons and all this stuff we've been covering for a while, a lot of these things, I'm not gonna lie, have kind of slipped through my fingers. But as we mostly cover food on the channel, that is why a couple of these do have to do with food. But number one, I'm just going to get right into it here. Number one, body wash and soaps are going up in price. Now, we saw where these items were going up in price about 6 or 7 months ago. I remember we were talking a little bit about it back in November, December, those areas. We were talking about some of that stuff that was going up around Christmas time. Because yet again, we were kind of not fooled, okay? But we were led to the different sales in food and stuff, mostly because of the holidays. Well, now we've had stores come out and say, we're cutting prices, we're doing this, we're doing that. And we have found great deals, and mostly what I try to do is find the great deals. But every now and then, we have to talk about these things as well, because it is not just food that is going up in price. Okay, so number two, oral hygiene products. This has been one that we've gotten a lot of comments on lately. I know one of our longtime viewers was saying you couldn't find a lot of the different ones that you like at Dollar Tree. But Dollar Tree, as we know, is going to be the same price on all this. But we've gotten a few comments over the last couple weeks of some different prices that have gone up. Now, this is one that I've seen personally myself with a lot of like name brand. Okay, now they've gone up. They're still kind of the same price. We've seen Listerine like get to a very high price. But now we're starting to see store brands go up as well. Store brands from toothbrushes. We'll find sales on them. Far and few between. Okay, but we'll find sales on toothpaste and stuff. But a lot of like antiseptic, like mouthwash and stuff like that, we're not finding many sales on that stuff. And as we go along here, as to where we may not see some price increases, we may actually see some things start to shrink in size. Now, I don't know what the size bottle of the big Listerine is, but that looks a little smaller than it used to be. Now, I don't know what I believe it was 750 milliliters. I believe that's what it was. Not sure if that's what it is now. Somebody had mentioned that though, and I just wanted to throw that out there. Something else that we have to start paying attention to. But some of the store brands have been going up in price too, so something to note there. We got a few comments on that, so wanted to mention that one there. Okay, number three is one we've been dealing with for a long time. Protein drinks. Now, I had said when Premier Protein had flown off the shelves, I said, you watch, what's going to happen is it's going to come back and it's going to be very expensive. It's already very expensive. Premier Protein is the one. We had a lot of, I can always tell when there's an item that's disappearing off the shelves and not coming back. I showed this a few different times. And because we have a lot of viewers that use Premier Protein for the protein in the drinks. Also, Ensure is going up in price again. But not just Ensure. We're seeing other products like Fortify, which is the Kroger brand, the Equate. Other brands are starting to go up, different store brands. Usually how we see these things is we'll see store brands go up to a crazy amount, and then it'll carry over for about a month, and then we'll start seeing the store brands go up. Did I say that right? I meant name brands go up first, and then we'll see store brands usually about a month later. So, we've noticed with Ensure that, remember when they had completely gone off the shelves, we saw that they were $7.99 a couple years ago. We saw them go up to $8.99, $9.99. They are $11.79 now for the cheapest 6-pack of Ensure that you can get. The cheapest one. And from what I've heard from a lot of our viewers on the channel here, that one is actually not good enough for most people because it doesn't carry the right amount of protein that you are supposed to have in those Ensure drinks. And some of you have to go to the next level up. Well, I got news for you. Those 6-packs of the next level up or the plus that were $12.99 are now $13.99. Now, I have heard that some, if it's something that a doctor can prescribe for, you might be able to get a bit of a discount or possibly even for free. I know we've had viewers on the channel that have actually had Ensure and some of these things prescribed to them somehow. I'm not really sure how, but, if a doctor prescribes it, well, then the insurance should cover it, at least most of it. But yeah, I want to talk about that because that's kind of been floating around in the comments again, how expensive it's getting. Premier Protein was the one a couple people mentioned. And yeah, I noticed that today at Kroger. Regular price on a 6-pack of Premier Protein. Regular price is $17.99. $17.99 for a 6-pack. Now, I know some of the ones that come in 4-packs, I think eventually they're going to end up doing away with the 4-packs. I think the 6-pack is the new thing. Now, the 6-pack I did notice today at Kroger was on sale for $14.99. So if you are buying Premier Protein, I say this. Stop, and if you can't get it through your doctor or somebody else, Premier Protein, $14.99, stock up on it because I have a feeling these are going to go up even higher. These things have the tendency to do that, especially when most other companies follow suit. So I could imagine that it was almost $30 for a 16-pack. Now, this is at Kroger, okay? So high price anyway, when not on sale. It was a 16-pack of the normal, and I think it's 9 grams of protein. So yeah, that's not a lot of protein in a shake. So it's the regular, cheapest one you can buy. $30 for 16 of them. A little bit better deal than spending $11.79, I guess, for a 6-pack. But still, that's just crazy. And I don't know, guys. I feel... I was going to start this video off like I've been fooled, okay? But it's not being fooled. It's not paying attention. I haven't been paying attention to a lot of these other products, and I know I probably should, but it's hard to cover everything. It really is. And, trying to cover the food so that people can find better deals to eat. And it's like today, okay, let me just say this. I saw a lot of products at Kroger that I kind of left out of tomorrow's video that had gone up in price. There's things that have gone up 10, 20, even 30 cents. Now, a lot of this stuff I left off of the video because it's like we knew this was going to happen, and the way I felt about it is I have to focus on these sales. I can't just keep going through this. There'll be another time to talk about some of these other things. A lot of people are becoming more and more aware of some of these different things. You'll know, right, when you go to the store and you see some of the products that you buy that are ridiculously overpriced, right? If I haven't pointed out the great deal, especially of a lot stuff that a lot of people have asked about at the specific stores that I know that we have to shop at, because I don't have a Publix or some of these other stores across the country. But yeah, I was like, as disgusted as I am of some of these price increases, I'm going to focus on just the deals because there were some good deals, okay? And I'm not going to spoil anything from the video, but I want to move on with this right here. Okay, number 4. Feminine hygiene products. Now, this is one that I have noticed in the past. We've had comments on it in the past, but over the last week or two, we've had a few comments that some feminine hygiene products have been skyrocketing in price. Somebody even mentioned there was a good deal at Kroger. I guess they had a digital coupon on one of them. Yeah, I haven't really checked them out. I don't know the prices, but we have had a few people talk about them. So, just another thing. I know, there was supposed to be, a few months ago, people were talking about, different cotton products and stuff like that. We're going to start going up in price. Anything that is, processed with cotton, and different things like that, we're going to start rising in price. So, it's something else we need to pay attention to with all that stuff. And if I'm going through the store and I see these things, I will point the sales out as I see them. Okay, number 5. Is something I have noticed. I noticed today. I noticed on a couple of them. I kind of hinted on it in the video, but I didn't really like harp on it because there's a lot of them that I wasn't really too sure about. There were a couple of them. Okay, is vitamins. Vitamins are starting to go up in price, and we are kind of fooled by that. Not fooled, but it's like these places still have the buy one, get one free, right? Nature Made, Nature's Bounty, at Kroger, they still have the buy one, get one free. But make sure you are looking before you go and just grab them if those prices have gone up on the ones you like or the ones you use, right? Because sometimes I have sometimes found at Walgreens for it to be a better deal. It might be like maybe a little bit more, like 50 cents more expensive or something. Something not very noticeable at Walgreens, but with Walgreens, if you buy these things on a regular basis, you can build up points and have extra money to spend. You got to look for those things too. That is where I think CVS is crazy expensive on everything. I can't really find a way to really kind of save at CVS. I've actually done a little bit of research, but similar to Walgreens, not as good of a deal if you ask me. But with these prices going up on vitamins in the stores, we do have to pay attention how much they're going up and how much you're really saving by getting the buy one, get one free, because Walgreens offers these a lot too. And sometimes you might be able to find it cheaper. Maybe check online, save yourself a drive. Okay, number 6, cheaper laundry soaps are going up in price. I've known this for a while. I've talked about it. But we've been getting a lot of comments on it lately. Some of the ones like Arm & Hammer, Extra, Gain, some of these are starting to go up in price. They're not near as cheap as they used to be. Still cheaper than Tide and some of these other big name brands, or Persil. Persil went up too, by the way. Tide, we notice more like a shrinking thing. So really, you are paying more. Tide seems bent on keeping the price $20, right, for the bigger ones, the like medium sized ones. But we've noticed like every few months there'll be some ounces coming out of it, right? Went from 154 to 146. I don't know what it is now, but somebody had mentioned that in the comments, so I wanted to mention that as another price increase, really, because that's what it is. You're paying more, or you're paying the same and getting less. Okay, but yeah, I've noticed with Arm & Hammer, Gain especially, Extra, it's $1 more than what it was like a little over a year ago. So, all this stuff is going to continue to rise. So, as we always say, you find a sale, get it while you can. Get it while you can. And, as to where we haven't been seeing heavy increases on a lot of food, I kind of didn't really think of what would be going on the other side of the store. Okay, so that's kind of why we're doing this today, so that you can be a little prepared next time you go to pick up your toothpaste or feminine products or any of this stuff. I was surprised some of the different feminine hygiene products that people had been talking about in just the last couple weeks. That tells me, okay, it's something. It's coming from different people from around the country. We need to take note of that. Excuse me. Also, drinking Dunkin' coffee today. Alrighty. Okay, number 7, ball mason jars. That has been in the comments a lot lately. They have been going up in price. Somebody had also mentioned that they went up at your Walmart again. Now, I noticed this at Walmart a while back, and I was like, wow, I mean, some of these other places, like Meijer was cheaper than Walmart. Target is cheaper than Walmart. That's it, though, because Kroger prices are crazy on them. Like a few, $3, $4, or $5 more on some at Kroger than what you're going to pay at Target or Meijer. Now, some people have said order online. Yeah, it's not just ball mason jars, though, that we're having issues with price increases. It's also all of the different attachments. All ball products seem to be going up in price. And I did notice that at Target the other day. Some of the lids and stuff and stuff like that, that's where I usually just focus on the jars. It looked like they were a little bit higher price. Okay, I noticed some higher prices on their food saver machines at Target as well. So I don't know, ball mason jars might be on the rise there eventually, but they are, for right now, they're still the same price as they were a month or two ago when I went to Target. So, okay, number 8. Now, this is one that I've noticed nobody's talked about, but I have been noticing over-the-counter medicines are going up in price. Now, I'm not surprised with all of the different shortages that people talked about a couple months ago. Actually, we've been talking about this for years now. I mean, it's been a couple years. These come and go, and then we see like a massive amount of them go, right? And then here's the funny thing. One thing I've noticed is that store brands don't seem to have too much of an issue. Now, we've seen name brands like Advil, Tylenol. We'll see those disappear from time to time, but they come right back in. Well, the thing is, it must be something that once they order it, okay, now Kroger may not have as big of an issue as some other places, but I've noticed at Walmart, Walmart, Meijer especially, when they're out of ibuprofen, when they're out of Advil, it seems like it takes a little while for it to come back in. If you guys remember, I did a video at Meijer a few months ago, and a lot of the different, they had Tylenol, but a lot of it was in short supply. We've gotten tons of comments over the last couple of years where you couldn't find acetaminophen, or you couldn't find Tylenol, you couldn't find Advil. Remember the issues we had with Bayer low-dose aspirin? That's another one, too. I want to mention, if you take Bayer low-dose aspirin, which I know a lot of our viewers do, I would start maybe stocking up on that a little bit. Okay, because we've had a couple comments over the last few months where people had trouble with it. Well, if you remember like a year ago, maybe about a year and a half, it was gone. Like, we couldn't find it anywhere. We couldn't even find store brands of it. Now, there was an issue with it coming in pretty much all over, but people were chiming in from all over the country looking for low-dose Bayer aspirin. So, something to throw out there. I haven't noticed any price increases on that, but I have noticed price increases on store brand medicines. Okay, now we're seeing Advil and Tylenol they've gone up in price too, but now we're noticing, I noticed at Target the other day, they had the 800 count or 500 count of ibuprofen, which is now $8.39. Some of them, Tylenol or the acetaminophen has gone up. Some of the allergy medicines have gone up by $1. Mind you, it's been a while since I've looked at that stuff at Target, but I notice these, I remember these things and notice them. But that's what I've noticed of the over-the-counter medicines. Okay, plenty of children's medicine I saw at Target, and Kroger Marketplace always seems to have plenty of children's medicine. But Meijer, Walmart, which Walmart has had it lately, but if you remember like a year ago when a lot of our Canadian viewers were talking about children's Tylenol mostly disappearing, we weren't finding it either. I would find it at Kroger Marketplace, but it was gone at Target, it was gone at Walmart, it was gone at Meijer, and some other places. I remember when Tylenol was in short supply, I was telling people, well, they sell it at Aldi, acetaminophen. It got bad there for a little while. And it could affect different parts of the country at different times. Okay, I know there were a couple of people saying, no shortages here. Well, I showed you that there's none here. Or I don't know. But it can happen in different parts at different times. And it may be a thing of getting the trucks to get it here. It might be a thing where, hey, it's gone away. We'll get it to you, but we're going to charge you more money. It's the case with everything these days, guys. Okay, number 9 and 10. Number 9 is pet food. People are saying pet food prices are going up. Not so much canned goods, although I have seen some canned cat food and canned dog food go up in price lately. We've seen some of the cans of Pedigree go up at Kroger. It's been a little while. It's been like a month. But it looks like some of the cat food products at Kroger are starting to go up a little, kind of back to what they were when they came down. We saw where some of the cat food had come down. Somebody even mentioned in the one of our videos we did that canned products are going to start getting more expensive. I've been saying that for a long time. I mean, the first things I think of are like Great Value and Aldi, different products like canned goods and stuff, how they're selling them for 63, 64 cents. Yeah, they're like a shrinkflated product that doesn't have as much in them, but when's it going to start going up again? I have a feeling that if you like those products, I would stock up on those too, because who knows. A big one, though, has been bagged dry dog food and dry cat food. Now, I haven't seen issues on like smaller bags, but I have seen a lot of the bigger bags where you're going to ultimately save a little bit by buying in bulk. I've seen a lot of those missing at like Kroger. There was a lot missing from Sam's Club when I went a couple weeks ago. I mean, there was a ton missing. Like that lamb and rice one that people comment on the channel. I know we've got some longtime viewers that buy that at Sam's Club. They didn't have any of that. None. And some of the cat food, too. The Friskies, the multi-packs were gone. I even noticed at Target yesterday, I showed it a little bit, but a lot of the multi-packs were gone, and there was a lot less Friskies than I guess I had originally seen. Somebody pointed that out. Okay, so pet food's an issue. That is something we will continue to check on. One that I did not put on this list. Now, this is something that I don't know, okay? I don't know for sure. But I have seen over the last couple trips, I kind of took like a little look at Target at the baby formula and stuff, and it looked okay, but I noticed there were some holes. Okay, I didn't put it in the video. Nobody's really mentioned it lately. And I noticed at Kroger where there were some holes today, and I didn't film that either. There were some of the ones that were missing. I didn't notice any price increases, though. That's why this is not on this list. They've already reached unaffordable levels, though. Baby formula, if you're not on WIC or finding some kind of financial help for any of this baby formula, you should, because that's ridiculous. These prices on baby formula have to come down. If there was anything that has to come down, that is it. So, another one I just thought of here as I'm going along here. I didn't write this down, but people were talking about diapers going up again. I haven't noticed. I've seen a lot of sales on diapers, and that would kind of make sense because usually when you see a sale on the same thing over and over and over, somewhere in between, they'll slide that regular price up. I don't know. I'll have to check. I haven't checked on that one. Let's see. Okay, number 10 is all meat. And that is a honest statement because all meat is going up. Don't let them lie to you. And the funny thing is I haven't seen pork. Like, nobody's talked about pork, right? It's like, look at the prices of pork. The reason for that is because it's... most of the time you'll find a sale on it. But as we were talking about, like, I never find sales on pork at Walmart, right? And then you know, if you buy pork at Walmart, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you're paying a fortune for it. Now, Kroger charges a fortune for it, but it's usually they have a couple things that are on sale, right? They'll have pork loin for buy one get one free, or you know, an okay price. I saw one today. It was $2.99 a pound. Regular price $5.49 a pound. Well, at Walmart, unless it's a rollback offer, you're going to pay $5.49 a pound, right? Now it might be a little cheaper than that. It might be $4.99 a pound or something. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, the sales are somehow always better at some of these other places. Anyway, yeah, people have been talking about hamburger and steak and how it's just getting unaffordable. It really is. It really is. Like I said in one of our other videos, so we're going to all be vegetarians here at some point. You know, chicken. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I think Tyson's getting desperate. Today at Kroger, they have a buy one, get two of equal or lesser value free. Mix and match. And I'm like, wow, Tyson must really be hurting. I mean, they've done some crazy things over the last, year or so. A lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of Americans have lost jobs. They're messing around with the whole what's the name of that place? I think it's in Switzerland. The bug company is trying to think of what it's called. Something Pix or something. I don't know, but I don't like that. And I know a lot of people, every time I show Tyson, look, okay. I show Tyson because, for one, there's good deals on it, and not everybody, some people probably still like Tyson chicken, and how do you get away from it? Because even labels that are, that don't have labels of Tyson chicken are still Tyson chicken. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But when I saw that today at Kroger, I thought of a lot of you guys because it was like, Tyson must be getting desperate. I've never seen it. I've seen buy one, get one free. But buy one, get two free? That's desperate. To me, that feels desperate. Now with and you could say, well, damn, what about the pop deals? The buy two, get three free. First of all, that's around a holiday. And two, They probably got to move some of it. There's probably less and less and less people drinking pop today because of the crazy prices. Let's not forget, $9.99 regular price for a 12-pack at Kroger. Okay, $14.99 now for a 24-pack. Okay, so I mean, there's some sales going on. Again, I'm not going to spoil the video for tomorrow, but I just thought some people would find that interesting. That's the first thing I thought when I saw the Tyson thing. I was like, they're in trouble. I don't know. Buy one, get two free. I've never seen that on any chicken deal, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, guys, that was our 10 things that are going up in price. And I'm sure there's probably many more. These are just a lot ones. These are ones that I've gathered from you guys over the last few days. A couple that I have seen myself. And, you know, it's good to get this information out here so that we know what we're doing when we go to the store. We know what things are going up so we know how to not waste our money. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.